Welcome to Thinking 2. What I want to talk about today is about spherical cinema projector lenses. There are quite a lot of variety of spherical cinema projector lenses. They were used in cinema projectors from the era where 35 millimeter films were used and cinema projectors. Nowadays, everything is digital. So there are different cameras, different projectors, and therefore there are many cinema spherical lenses from that era, from movie theaters. There are simply not being used today, and you can find them in the internet very for a diverse variety of prices. But if you look well, you can find some of them for good prices, and they vary in shape, and size, and in quality. But they have a lot of interest character in them. Many times they are suburb lenses, and you can adapt them to your camera, sometimes to full frame cameras, sometimes to cropped cameras with different types of techniques. And in the end, well, sometimes the results are great, sometimes the results are not so great, but it's a process of experimentation. I'll give a brief show of my experiences in terms of these lenses. Those all were bought here for $20 or less. So yeah, quite cheap for lenses of this caliber. This is, for example, a Schneider 70 millimeters f2. An excellent lenses, and see how small it is. It produces superb image quality. This is a ISCO first generation from the pale golden lenses, anamorphic lenses, and they were paired with this one. The image quality is quite good, but they are heavy, so they have a lot of metal in the build quality. So yeah, not my favorite type of lenses. I suggest that you avoid those ones. This is the ISCO second generation. So it's a more dark gold tint. This is a 90 millimeters f2. It's quite a bulky lenses, but a bit lighter. Well, not lighter than this one, but I mean, with the build that is less bulky, let's say like that. It's a really nice lenses. It almost cover full frame sensor, but not quite. This is a ISCO, those two. ISCO third generation, the red version. Excellent lenses. They are quite light compared to the older versions. Resolution is superb. Image quality is really superb. This is a 52 millimeter, and this is a 40 millimeters. You see, they can vary in size a lot depending on the millimeters that you are looking for. This 40 millimeters is simply amazing as a spherical lens, and this one I'm using it as a taking lens. So with the 40 millimeters, you see I have a couple of helicoid here, where with this one I just glued some 45 M45 extension tubes, so I cut them and sand them to the proper size, and glue with epoxy, so that I can use with ME45 to micro four thirds adapter, and use it directly as a taking lenses. Well, those last two ones are older lenses, older taking lenses, older spherical lenses, from those cinema era, cinema theaters, which were much bigger. So they are longer spherical lenses. This is an ingenue, and it's, as I said, much older. It's a 140 millimeter spherical lenses. I have not built a system for it yet, but it seems that it produces a very interesting image. And this is a Isco Gauthier Kita 3.1, 180 millimeters. And this I have put an helicoid in it, and it's quite superb, the image that it produces. Covering full frame easily, and I'm using this with my Canon EOS R. So this is what I had to show you guys. I hope this is useful.